Nigel, no surprise that this one's been called off.
Unfortunately, no. We've desperately tried all day. Mez and the ground staff have been working on it since 8:30 this morning. Everything they could, and it was actually light rain forecast, and then this torrential rain has appeared out of nowhere from about 4 o'clock. I think even if it hadn't have been a little bit wet before, I think it would have struggled with what's come down the last hour or so.
Particularly discouraging for the ground staff, as you say, because they've been on this pitch, as you mentioned there, since 8 o'clock this morning, and they've done everything they could.
We've done everything we possibly can. We're desperate to get the game on, so everybody's disappointed and frustrated, but sometimes there's nothing you can do, and the pictures will show the amount of rain that's come down just makes it impossible.
Would a pitch like this have suited your players, your style?
Well, what do you mean? We're better on not good pitches, you mean?
Well, you're battlers, you've shown your
exactly,
battling qualities.
Yeah. Well, we played similar against Salford. I think the conditions not as bad as this. I don't think it bothers us now. I don't think it's a problem for us, our pitch. We just want to play. The lads will keep preparing. 3 now in the last week. We're preparing for matches. We come in round to go, and then it's called off. Hugely frustrating for them.
How far did you get? Did you get towards delivering the team talk and that type of thing, naming the team?
Well, I'd written the team out and everything in the book, and everything was done. Yeah, the team was picked, so everything was ready. And but as soon as you get in, a couple of hours before the game, the ref, to be fair to him, did everything. He's just said there's too many areas. He said there's nothing we can do, and the forecast is just for it to keep going. That's the other thing they take into consideration. If it was going to stop, we could get everybody working on it, but that's just not the case.
What do you do now, Nigel, you and the boys, between now and Saturday? You've got Forest Green here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the proposed game on Saturday in any case.
We hope so, and I know that Mez and his lads will be working on it. We're going to get some more covers on it as well. Most of it, the areas that we need to, are covered, so we'll hopefully get some more on it and do everything we can to get the game on. We'll have the lads in Wednesday morning training now, a good session that has to replace the game, and then prepare again for Saturday.
At the top of the list of the discouragements surely must be that this could hamper some sort of momentum that you've been building so magnificently.
That's the biggest concern, I think, at this stage, that we've only played the one game at Southend in three and a half weeks now, and that's the biggest concern. We'll have a chat with the players about it, but it does, when you get into the groove of winning games, you want to play 3 times a week, because you just turn up and it just becomes natural to you, and it's a nice habit. Then all of a sudden you're starting from scratch again. The 5 straight wins now seem a long time ago, so it's going to be a different challenge on Saturday.
Let's speak about matters elsewhere, Nigel. Yesterday, of course, the January transfer window slammed shut. You were pretty much burning the midnight oil, weren't you? 2 late deals right at the death. Just take us through a summary, if you would, from your point of view as manager, of yesterday's activities.
It was pretty hectic all the way through. We had a good training session first of all. Don't forget the training in the morning, and then all thoughts turned to the transfer deadline. And we've been working on a few things anyway for the last week, but it always inevitably goes to the last day. I'd had a chat with Nicky last week and just talked about how well that Jamie Reid had done, and Jordan and the front 3, and his opportunities would probably be limited providing they kept playing like that. So he said, could he sort of look at things and see with a view to earning a deal for next season? Because if he sits and does nothing, a couple of subs here and there, then that doesn't help him for next season. So we want to be fair to everybody. So Nicky's gone off to Newport on loan. Cookie had gone early on in the window, but we're very, very happy with the squad that we've got. We've got Ollie Sarkic in at the last minute. He plays anywhere across the front 3. We brought the 3rd choice goalie in, which we needed. We'd already got Stephen Quinn in. I think it gives us 18 outfield players now and 3 goalkeepers. That should be plenty to get us through the end of the season.
What will Ollie Sarkic offer you firstly?
A little bit of quality, I think. Technically he's a very good player. And his versatility, he can play anywhere across the front 3. I think with Cookie and Nicky, their position is just central. And they couldn't do one of the wide ones, so Jordan can go up the middle, Jamie Reid can go up the middle, Ollie Sarkic can go up the middle. We've got 3 options straight away. We've got 3 or 4 on the right. With the flexibility and versatility of the players, I think we're covered in most positions now.
And Jamie Pardington, the Wolves Academy goalkeeper,
yeah.
Was he brought in primarily to add competition in between the sticks?
Yeah, and just to cover us really. We've been concerned for the last couple of months that If anything happened to Marek or Stoney, then we're delving into a 17-year-old on the bench out the academy, and we've had plenty of games where you've got a 17-year-old on the bench, your goalie gets sent off or injured, and all of a sudden we're fighting relegation or fighting for the top 6 or 7, and you have to use a 17-year-old goalkeeper, and that's not ideal. So we needed a third choice. I'm very happy with Jamie.
And just to wrap up the January transfer window, Nigel, on the whole, were you satisfied with the business conducted? Are you pleased, therefore, with the balance of the squad now?
Very pleased, yeah. In an ideal world, we'd have had another body or two in. There's still a possibility of 1 or 2 going out on loan to the conference, because that's an option still available to us. Aaron O'Driscoll's the main one. May go out and play some games, but it's good to Tyrese will be involved, and James Clark and Jason Law, and we mentioned even if we need a striker on the bench, we'll promote Nathan Kane from the academy. He came on at Scunthorpe early on this season in the EFL Trophy, so no problems if he's involved as well. The one thing, the principle is we never take anybody for the sake of it. And if we're going to take a young player, well, let's have a look at our own young players first and give them the opportunity. I don't see a point in taking an 18, 19-year-old from a Premier League club when we can give our own a chance.
And very finally, what's your plan now? At home, put the feet up, Gillette midweek sports special?
I'm going to go and watch a game. As Andy Garner's just said, we can't do much apart from we're going to have a socially distanced beer up in the office with the staff, and then get ready for training in the morning. But we feel the frustration as well, honestly. We're prepared for a game, we're ready for a game, and we want to play as well.
Hope you have a good week's training.
Thanks, Steve. Steve up.